Alright, here's a ready-to-record video script about 1000 words for the 2025 M5 Touring. It mixes technical detail with plain language explanations so viewers stay engaged. Price included. No heading, as you asked. Imagine opening shot. The camera glides along the shoulder line, catching the Touring's widened hips. This is the 2025 M5 Touring, BMW's unapologetic return to the super wagon idea, brutal performance with real-world luggage space. Under the bonnet you get BM's 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 paired with a high-performance electric motor, a plug-in hybrid setup that's there to add both thrust and daily usability. Together the system produces roughly 700+ horsepower, giving the Touring supercar-level acceleration while still letting you run short trips on electric power alone. Cut to driving shots. Performance is the headline here. BMW quotes a system output in the high 600s, low 700s horsepower range with peak torque that feels almost cartoonish on the road. That push translates to 0 to 60 times in the low 3s for many test conditions, which means this is a wagon that will embarrass most sports cars at the lights. The drivetrain routes power through an xDrive all-wheel drive system and an active M differential, so traction is excellent even when you've got the power down hard. Show interior close-ups. Inside, the Touring is luxury and tech first, practicality a very close second. You get BMW's curved display and the latest iDrive interface, premium materials, and the kind of build quality you'd expect at this price. But unlike the sedan, the Touring gives you a genuinely useful boot. Fold the rear seats and you've got cargo volume that turns this from a weekend toy into a proper long-trip machine. That's the unique selling point. Hypercar acceleration with SUV-like utility, without the SUV body. Explain real-world usability. BMW also thins the line between performance and daily life by using the plug-in system to provide electric-only miles for short commutes. Official and real-world figures differ a little, but expect somewhere around 25 to 40 miles of electric range depending on the test cycle, enough for many city runs. That battery also helps with fuel economy on longer trips, though be honest, this is a heavy, powerful car, and it drinks more performance than it does fuel economy when you're enjoying it. Switch to suspension and handling. B-roll. Handling is impressive given the Touring's size. BMW fits adaptive M suspension, rear axle steering, and a finely tuned electronic differential. Those systems let the Touring turn in sharper than you'd expect for a 5-seater with a wagon rear. But don't pretend it's featherweight, the hybrid tech and structural reinforcements add kilos. The result is a heavy, planted car that still pivots with surprising agility, though the sensation is a different kind of sharpness compared to the lighter M5 sedan. Talk design elements. Design-wise the M5 Touring looks like a grown-up M car. Wide arches, aggressive bumpers, and signature M cues make the performance intent obvious. The roofline gives the Touring more presence than a regular 5 Series estate, and BMW keeps it elegant rather than shouty. Small details, big brakes, quad exhaust outlets, and the M-specific grille and wheels, tell you this is not just a practical car, it's a purpose-built performance machine. Mention braking, options, and personalization. If you want the absolute best track performance there are options: carbon ceramic brakes, lightweight forged wheels, and M-performance cosmetic parts. Expect these to add significant cost, but they transform the car from a ballistic cruiser to something closer to a race car feeling on a track day. Cover safety and driver aids. On the safety side you get a full suite of modern driver aids, adaptive cruise with stop and go, lane assist, blind spot monitoring and optional higher-level driving assistance packages. BMW's systems are feature-rich and pretty well integrated, but they're not foolproof. Treat them as supplements, not replacements for attentive driving. Address the sound and character. Some enthusiasts will grumble that electrification dulls the classic V8 soundtrack. That's partly true. Packaging an electric motor into a high-performance hybrid changes the acoustic profile, but BMW tunes exhaust and software to keep drama where it counts. You still get that powerful V8 character, especially when you're in the sportiest drive modes. Talk pricing candidly. Now the practical bit, pricing. The M5 Touring is a high-end, low-volume halo model, and the starting figures reflect that. In the United States the base price sits in the low to mid six figures territory, roughly around $120,000 $125,000 depending on market and options, and in the UK the RRP begins in the low £110,000 range. Expect common option packs and taxes to push a fully specified car well beyond those base numbers. Wrap up with buying advice and final take. So who should buy the M5 Touring? If you want a daily usable car that doubles as a weekend weapon, and you value cargo space without surrendering performance, this is an almost unmatched package. If you're after a lightweight, analog driving experience, the extra kilograms and hybrid complexity may leave you wanting, but it's an engineering compromise that opens new territory, a legitimately fast, practical car that can do school runs and Nürburgring laps in the same week. If you test drive one, focus on drivetrain modes, the steering feel and brake bite, those things reveal whether the Touring suits your driving style. End shot. Cruise away, rear 3/4. In short, the 2025 M5 Touring is BMW's statement that performance cars can be useful without losing their edge. It's heavy, it's expensive, but it's also brilliant at being both a sports car and a sensible family car, a rare combination. If that duality appeals to you, the Touring is worth a serious look. If you want, I can trim this to a specific run time, add camera directions per line, or format it into on-screen captions and bullet points for editing. Which would you prefer next?